And we should be back live.
Uh,
Yep. Well, there we go.
yep. Oh, now I gotta reshare all the links.
I'm already way ahead of you. And we said that this would happen.
Well, yeah. I don't even have the code, so I couldn't save the stream anyway. God, I need to get my phone fixed so I can get back on the mines. That's bullshit too, because mine says I have my fucking email enabled, and I can't change any of my settings through my app on the phone on the mines. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not. I mean, there's issues with like every platform, even platforms I built and ran. There's always issues, but I'm
Sorry about that, folks.
soon as I get fucking back to where I can get fucking my code for a that authentication thing, I am disabling that. In fact, I'm going to disable it everywhere because there's a bunch of places I can't get access to right now because I can't get a fucking text message. And that's the problem with technology, though. Oh, you gotta have all this. You need to be secure, especially on like certain other websites like Coinbase and stuff like that. You have to have two-step authentication. Just like I can't even go on Twitch right now.
So there's, and it kind of aggravates me when everybody's like, oh, two factor it is a bomb. And I'm like, really?
Yep.
Is it?
Until you lose your phone number or get your phone disconnected and you can't get the code to get on because a lot of them don't do email and send you an email notification.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So you're locked out of all those accounts. I mean, I'm sorry, I've got a password. I shouldn't need any more than that. Trust me, my password's damn good. You know, just like, oh, you gotta have like my stupid factory. Every 6 months, they make you change your password. Well, come next month, started when I go back to work Tuesday night, they we can no longer log in like we or clock in like we used to. We have to log in. Well, now I got to remember my password and my username to sign into their system to clock in. Which wouldn't be that bad if they would just give us a meeting and go over it. They're expecting some of us to remember it from back before the shutdown during the pandemic.
Yeah, I have a theory about that. I've got a couple of places that they expect me to remember all this shit, and I'm like, assholes. I dealt with four major concussions or at the very beginning of the end of the year and going into the new year. Don't ask me to remember jack shit. It not that easy. And yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't the most popular person for a while to be around.
I don't know. You gotta have. I mean, it's just like it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's need for it because you have idiots out there. But I mean, at the same point, it gets ridiculous over time. It's just another means to control people.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly.
Hey, I gotta step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, Joy, you guys get to hear me rant some more. Sure, you guys gonna appreciate that. Not really, but no, I do hope everybody's enjoying their Memorial Day weekend and their dinners with their families and friends, their barbecues. I'm somewhat enjoying mine. Not the way how I envisioned I was going to spend this year, but hey, shit happens. Just glad fucking May's almost over with. Me and May don't get along. Hasn't for a very long time. there's always tomorrow, the next day. So I got a roof over my head. I got food. That's all I can ask for. I'm a true believer in the simplicity of things. Simple things make you happy. And we make our own happiness, just like we make our own moods. I'm not gonna. Don't let situations get me down. I find it. Oh, it's a challenge. I just challenge to overcome, and I'll be a better person for it. And that's pretty much my view on things. You gotta take everything with a little bit of grain of salt in life. We gotta know when to tune out, step back, step away. I've stepped away for almost a whole month. Even though my original plans for stepping away didn't happen, but I still, you know what? I'm still gonna step away. Use it for a little break. Focus on some other things, and it's needed. Technology is great and all of that, but
Technology is great when it fucking works.
or when
Let's keep it
it's not
when.
being used to manipulate and control you and
Well, I will um
make you
be the
needy.
well yesterday. I'll be the first to admit that yesterday I because we were gonna do a go live yesterday
Yeah, no,
and keep up with
between the alcohol and my recovery rate from 50. Uh, oh shit, what was it? 56 hours of work week.
and my internet not being quite it, it was there, but um it's like always my internet is for being with the fifth largest company in the nation. My internet is very sus at best, and talking with my sister over in the UK, she lives in a relatively modest uh, city, and you wouldn't think of a city in the UK as it is commonplace for her. She has uh, starts getting into a bit of a panic when her upload speeds drops below 200 and I'm thinking, my God, what the fuck would I do with an upload speed of 200 and up? I'd be like, hell, let's get shit done. Instead of having a 200 gig uh, and up upload, I'm like, hell, I'd be like, how much shit could I get done in a day with that kind of speed? Where over there, that's below 150. That is like low and slow. I deal with 15, 16. Some parts of my town, uh, even on a 1 gig uh, feed, they're lucky if they hold 20 upload, 20 meg upload. I mean that's crazy to think that we're in that uh, level of bandwidth. Yet other areas of the world, when they get below 150, they start panicking. It's like seriously. Um, but you said something that was uh very very meaningful, and it is to me too. The month of May, I've never really um liked the month of May, and after last year, um I really started to have a deep dislike for this time of the year. Not so much because you're you're forced to remember the fallen, but it's it took on a much more personal meaning for me last year. So I'm sitting here today. It's like, yeah, it's the time of the year that this is graduation season, and usually this is the time of the year that I'm with family and whatnot. But shit, all my family are forced to work uh, this weekend. They don't have the opportunity or the option to have the grill or anything like that. They have to work,
Very true.
and we forget, I think, um, how many people are having to work today, rather than being able to be at home. It's like my neighbors directly across the street from me. Um, this is the first year since I've been at this house in a decade. First year I have not seen them up here uh, in a decade. The first year. Is that because of the fuel prices? For them, it really doesn't matter much because of the type of vehicles that they own. It really wouldn't matter to them um, at nearly as much. But for those that are in a higher uh, income bracket, the, these outlandish prices, it's affecting them too. Um, Maybe not nearly as bad, but eventually, um, everybody is gonna end up hurting to a point. It's that, how do you differentiate pain? How do you differentiate a level of hurt? What it may be killing us, or being extremely devastating to us now, for them, maybe not so much, but um, for I've been hearing a lot of people bitching and complaining about the the price of postage going up again. Well, how many people actually think about their mail carriers, and the dangers that they face every day, 6 days a week?
Well,
And
that's as we've come to learn, has become more of a myth. Yeah,
all right,
you know the old saying, rain, shine, sleet, or snow, postman still coming? Bullshit. That got proven during fucking the COVID lockdowns.
all right. Well, let me put a different spin on it. One of my close people, that is in my circle, worked for a year as a rural mail carrier. Probably one of the more dangerous um, areas.
Well, yeah,
And
I know, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it is a dangerous profession that most
but
people don't talk about,
let you know,
but keep it real. The it's a myth now.
one of the things
I
that
don't want. I don't even care. You start raising postage. Okay, most people don't use the fucking mail anymore anyway, except for the boomer generation.
what I where
All my
I
shit's digital. The only thing that comes in my mailbox is junk mail that I don't need, don't want.
what where I was going with this is, and I don't think a lot of people realize this is that um that the mail carriers
Fuck, I
can
wish I could
actually
have a
get
fucking. I wish I could have a fucking spam fucking folder for fucking all the junk mail I get fucking in the mailbox.
right, right. But where I was going with this is, um, do people realize that a letter carrier can actually get fired for getting bit by a dog or a cat?
Yep.
When I read that, I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Not just
Um,
them. Even your fucking Amazon delivery guys can. And UPS
um,
and FedEx guys.
yeah. And I was just like, "Wow." And now I knew about UPS, FedEx. I've got a issue with FedEx to begin with, but that's a whole nother that's a pod all in and of itself. And I don't think I'm the only one that has a slight issue with them, but uh, it's just one of
I
them.
mean, let's keep it real. The only thing good the fucking mail carriers are used for is bringing your dope anymore. Just saying.
I've actually
Let me get that weed from Colorado. Just saying. I mean, it's common knowledge. It's been happening clear back to the fucking 80s and 90s. They were shipping cocaine through the mail. But no, nothing against our fucking post, our United States Post Office workers. They have a hell of a job, especially during the holidays. And honestly, they still need it because in many ways, that's how we ship a lot of our stuff to our family members and friends overseas that are stationed overseas. We still need our mail carriers. All jokes and puns aside. But honestly, what this fucking country needs is a fucking new Boston Tea Party. And I'm not talking about the fucking Tea Party, the fucking politicians started to create. I'm talking about what our founding fathers, the sons and daughters, their sons of liberty started. Taxation without representation. Because we have no representation. And it was about fucking, I was going to say, stamp tax, the Stamp Act. My founding father was a member of the Stamp Act on both the first one and the second one. The Congressional Stamp Act is even more part of our history because that's what ended up brewing to the Boston Tea Party. We're done with taxation without representation. We're done with your rule. When are we going to be done with the rule that we have now? Well, but to so many people, Trump's the answer. Will he come, if he gets elected, will he do things good? Yes, but it's the same old, same old. It's not fixing the problem. Will he fix the economy? Yes, because that's what he's good at. What we need is people, everyday people that know what we need, what this country needs, knows what it
Oh,
means to be a
ow,
farmer,
oh, damn! You
knows
don't
what it
want to see
means to
this
plant a
one.
field. I can't see it anyway because I live in Indiana now, and I guess people in Indiana that live close to Indianapolis doesn't have the right to watch the Indianapolis 500, a Memorial Day tradition, all because of corporate fucking greed and adultery. Idolatry. My bad, not adultery. Hypocrisy.
I, I, uh, uh, one of Indy's prized accolades. Oh, this is I think that's out of three again. Sorry about that. I got sidetracked. Yeah, it's out of three. No?
1 and 2,
Yep.
right out of coming out of the pit, pit lane. They had issues with the pit entrances and exits during their test.
Yeah, it's just one. Going into one. Right on the safe, right before you come to the edge of the safer barrier and the concrete. Fortunately, I think he hit the safer barrier first. Thank you, NASCAR.
Well, no, thank you, Dale Earnhardt, Senior.
May he rest. May he rest in peace. Wow, that was.
Talk about good conspiracy theories. Well, maybe if somebody wouldn't have used shady tubing, he'd still be around.
I've questioned that. I've looked at that once,
It
and
wasn't questioned; it was confirmed.
I guess because I was such uh a three fan. I was like, who would honestly want to kill the man in black? Well, apparently there was a lot of people that
Yeah,
wanted.
there was a lot. Oh, I remember the day it happened. I remember fucking.
I was watching it.
Oh, so was I, and I also remember somebody early before the race started saying that. Oh yeah, I hope he dies. He gets on a crash and dies. Oh boy, yeah, it happened. Needless to say, he regretted his words. People took some high offense to that. But
Yeah, I hope he got his ass handed to him too.
He did. But I mean, it goes even in racing. This is how corrupt everything is when it comes to greed on any level and any type. Did Dale Senior know? More than likely, he knew. They all cheat. Dale Junior's admitted it.
Oh yeah.
They probably weren't legal, but we got away with it. It's all about that push to win. It's your ego. Your ego and greed, it's all the same thing. It's all fucking lust. Envy. It's all the same. I can remember the Iron to Senna days. The big cover up on that one, which went through courts not once, but 3 times before they finally got justice there. At least the family did. I mean, it's everywhere. People don't know how to control their egos. They don't know how to control their greeds. They don't know how to put their wants before their needs because it's an addiction. We have to have the new iPhone. We have to have this. Why? Because we're told we have to have this. You're programmed to. Break that cycle. Break that habit. Break that mentality. I don't need the new iPhone when my old one, 3, which I've never owned an iPhone in my life because I don't see the difference. My Samsung works just as good. Fuck, I like my Samsung over an iPhone. To be truthful, my ex tried to get me to get a fucking. She tried to pay for the fucking iPhone. I don't want an iPhone.
And I'd be lost without it.
I don't want anything Apple.
And it's.
I'm not a Mac guy.
And just so everybody, full transparency here. I'm.
She's guilty as charged.
And just to give everybody a Diva, get down. Yes, I have a cat named Diva. Full transparency. For those who think that Drew and I are so much alike. I Drew, he prefers to go with the Samsung, and I am just the direct polar opposite of him. Everything I do, I do on the Mac system.
I mean, that
It's
doesn't even have to be a Samsung. I'll be happy with a cheap ass fucking LG or fucking Android. I don't
and
need a fucking what's the big fashion thing?
I watch
What's those fucking purses called? Those big fashion
um
expensive ass purses. Oh, I don't need a
Gucci.
fucking Rolex. My
Oh
fucking cheap
yeah.
ass fucking Timex works just fine. In fact,
And,
I'll probably outlast the fucking Rolex.
and,
As fucking hard
and,
as I am on watches.
and truth be told, I'm on my third smartwatch, and what did I go and buy this week? What do you think the purchase of the week was? After 3 years of uh, using smartwatches, I took
What?
another whack at the apple.
Oh, see, that's the part I don't understand.
Well, for me, there's a lot of different reasons why um, I decided
I can
to
give
go
you
that
one
way.
reason why not.
Well,
I
I
mean,
could.
fuck your privacy. You have none.
Well, to be real, pretty much any smartwatch, whether it's connected to the grid or not, if it can receive or notify you of a text message or a phone call or social media post, um, it does have the ability of geotag. And for all those people that catch this later, if you don't know what geotagging your location is, go look it up.
Well, I
I'm
mean, it
not
don't
gonna
really
do
matter. I mean,
um,
we're talking. We're talking to people that post everything they do on fucking Facebook and Twitter.
right. But I
I
mean
mean,
it
I don't need to know your fucking personal what you're doing every day.
right.
I mean, you
Yeah,
basically tell me where you are. I mean, that's
yeah,
dangerous.
exactly.
I'm sorry,
And
I,
that's the one thing,
but they're
you know,
that's it's the thing. You need to do it. You're supposed to do it. Man, fuck you. I'm not supposed to do any of that.
and that's what aggravates people. They're like, how come we can't tell when you post on this platform or the other platform? How can we tell if you're mobile or not? And I'm like, because I don't fucking want you to. Um, that's part of
Well, no,
the
when I
thing.
tune out and I'm going somewhere and I don't want my phone don't come with me.
And that's part of it.
And then why am I gonna fucking wear a watch that's gonna tell everybody where the fuck I'm at? I'm not. That defeats the purpose of fucking having to take a damn watch off and putting something
and
on it don't. I mean, people make no sense these days. They're so programmed. They given up. I mean, truthfully, they've given up all their freedoms with technology. You have. I mean, at least shit I own, I can leave behind, turn off, unplug.
and some people, it's like, at least for me, the way that I have all my shit set up, well, with the exception of Twitter, you can't um, set it up so that you can conceal if you're uh, posting from a mobile or
Actually, you can.
desktop.
Yes, you can.
Not on
Yeah,
Apple, you can't. Not on Apple, you can't.
yes, it's
Um,
done right in your settings. You can turn that shit off. I just
On
recently turned mine on.
on the Apple app, you can't.
No, you do it right there from Twitter. It has nothing to do with what device you're on. It's right in your settings on Twitter, just like it's in your settings on most platforms. You can turn that shit off.
I'll have to go in on the desktop and is that on the desktop app or the mobile app?
Both. I can do it from either or.
I'll have to go in and look because I know that I have it set on my desktop as such, but I'm pretty sure that I haven't found it on the desktop yet.
Speaking of,
Or,
while we're on this topic, since my phone is deactivated, here's how fucking tracked you are. Here's all the places. This is from Google Maps. Here's all the places you've been while you've been offline. It's still tracking every place I go. And every place I've been, even though I don't have my phone's not activated and I'm not connected to internet. That's how fucking much privacy and freedom you have. My phone's still tracking me. Google's still tracking me no matter where I've been. Unless I've left my phone at home. Or I've left it in the car and ventured off elsewhere and jumped in somebody else's car and went elsewhere without my phone. That's how smart your technology's got. You have no privacy. You be tracked everywhere you go. I just found this out today, honestly. I didn't know it did it while my phone was deactivated and I've already proven that it does it when my fucking tracking's turned off. But no, apparently it does it no matter what. As long as it's got battery power, Google's tracking your every movement. And it was interesting to see all these places I've been while I've had no service, no internet service. It's like, really? So you're telling me that you can make my phone work without a network provider, without a service provider, but I can't? I can't even make a phone call or receive a text message. But you can track my every move without me knowing, because I can't even get my weather updates without connection to internet. Good shit. Made me kind of enjoy this past couple of weeks of not having an activated phone because I don't have a need to carry it with me. Like I said, I up until 2014, 2013, I didn't own a cell phone. I had no need for it. Had a home phone, had a Skype phone number, Skype phone. Well, had a Google phone number for a while until Google changed their fucking policy on that. Now you got to have an activated phone to get a fucking security code sent to you. They won't email it to you. Well, it was just like certifying fucking YouTube. Be certified on YouTube. You had to have a phone number, whether it be a home phone or a cell phone. Why is that? Well, so they can verify where you live. So when you step out of line or say something you're not supposed to, well, they can give that information to the proper authorities to come knock on your door or come follow you around. Because they didn't like what you said. They didn't like because you were actually thinking for yourself. No, I have still not gotten over that one. I don't like being followed. Honestly, most people don't even know where I am half the time anyway. Well, I like it like that because it's none of nobody's business where I'm at, who I'm seeing, who I'm visiting with, who I'm talking to, who I'm socializing with. Which for some of you, you might find this fucking mind blowing. I have friends in all different cultures, religions, ethnicities, nationalities, and all backgrounds of life, from the very dredges of society to the very top. Like I said, I don't discriminate. I don't care what your fucking past was. Fuck, I don't care if you're fucking racist. That's not why I talk to you. Actions speak louder than words. Conversation, information. The most valuable thing in this world is information. Can't put a figure on it. Wars have been started over information. Native Americans been killed over the information they've had to silence them. We've created labels: domestic terrorists, heathens, heretics, pagans, Muslims, terrorists, right, left, all the means of dividing people so they're not sharing their ideas, their views, and their opinions amongst their peers, amongst their fellow brothers and sisters. Yes, we can disagree, but we're learning from each other, which means we're questioning things. The more we learn from each other, the more we question. They can't have that. They can't have us as a society questioning their control, their authority. And some of you might say, well, damn, he's in a dark mood. No, not even a little bit. You haven't seen my dark moods yet. Although I am in the mood for some fucking Alice in Chains.
Oh, you gotta have some Alice.
No, we don't. See, some people think when I go through my typo negative phase, that's when I'm in my darkest state. No, no, no. My darkest states are Alice in Chains. That's my suicide music. And that's a pun on the term suicide, by the way. That's my dark, evil, malicious music. That's when you watch out. That's when you probably know I'm up to no good. Or I've just had enough and I'm ready to be that guy. Most people get worried when I start listening to typo, though. I don't know why. That's my meditative music.
Oh hell yeah! Well, who cannot like uh the the soothing voice of Pete?
I actually heard some interesting theories about him. I didn't go looking, but I didn't care either.
He,
I mean, he was a fucking my history knowledge of him. He was a fucking trash guy from New York.
yeah, yeah. It's
Well, come to find out, he might have been a little bit more than that. Like related to elitist. which honestly would make sense for anybody that's ever had the privilege of actually seeing typo negative.
Raise his
Back,
hand.
no, I meant privileges back in their early days.
No,
You
I
know,
didn't see him as in the garage band era.
it wasn't the garage band era; it was the private invite era.
No, I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, they were before they got really popular with Bloody Kisses.
Oh, that was a fly album.
They did do some dive bars and stuff like that, but their real events were private. It was invite only. So yes, so when somebody brought it up that they were basically related to elitists, I'm not going to put the name out there, mainly because I haven't researched it and really don't care. It's just another fucking celebrity, in my opinion. You know, as we've seen, even the ones that we held with esteem because of their stances on things turned out to be nothing more than turncoats. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep on rocking in a free world, but he can go fuck himself.
You know, I heard somebody say
Because he
recently.
obviously doesn't believe in rocking in a free world when he tries to fucking censor another person or make the comments he made. So I have no respect for the man
I heard
anymore.
somebody say, um, in a um, in a very interesting way, where would this country be right now if the original Man in Black would and to think how old he actually would be right now, if the Man in Black would appear in today's time, where this country would be, and you know who I'm talking about. I don't have to mention no names, but you know who I'm talking
I
about.
mean, why not? Fucking Johnny Cash is a fucking
Hell yeah.
legend.
I mean, what different ones have said, what if he was around in today's uh, society, what would the man say? Yeah, I'm like, I don't think um, they really want to go there and really honestly delve into
I mean,
that mess.
let's go there. Just not him. What would fucking John Wayne say about this country today?
I'm sure the both of them they have rolled over in their graves so much that in and of itself would be the indie, the coke, and the uh, Monaco all rolled into one and more. You know, it's crazy
But
to think that.
let's look at today's time. We don't have those influences anymore in the music industry. We really don't. I mean, there's a
No, we
few
don't.
out there. I mean, I've heard some of those things that was it bigger John Rich, I think it is.
Yep, John
A
Rich.
bigger big and rich. I mean, he's been very vocal. One of the few, but Nashville's a different community than the
Well,
rock generation that I grew up with.
let's be real about Nashville.
I mean,
Nashville isn't as Nashville once was.
no, it's getting to be more the Hollywood type now as it's growing. But
So
we've
I'm
lost all those iconic fucking voices, you know. I mean, fuck, even, I mean, why? I can't even remember his name, honestly. Let me see, Crosby, Still, Nash. And Neil Young.
he's a
Look at what he
fucking
did.
traitor. Fucking
Look at what he
traitor.
did.
Fucking
Out of
traitor.
all the fucking great fucking protest music that he did through the 70s, 60s with Crosby, Stills, and Nash,
And then Young.
then Young, and it was like all of a sudden to go after Joe Rogan. It's like he, music, that music that he did. I'm always gonna keep rocking in a fucking free world. That's fucking a lot of his music's Ohio. A lot of his music still has meaning to this day, regardless of what he has done. I just have no respect for the man. But we've lost that in this generation, my generation. We're no longer the fucking rebels, the fucking stick it to the man.
Yeah.
We don't have those voices anymore that's because they're scared. Oh, I can't go play at this venue unless I get vaccinated. They won't let me play.
Well,
They won't let me perform. So
you
I
know,
gotta get
let
vaccinated. So I gotta be the fucking whore and prostitute
all
to the
right,
fucking government.
since we're speaking about musicians, let's talk about the
If you
talk,
say fucking Celine Dion, I will turn this fucking stream off.
but how many have actually left the scene because they didn't want to capitulate to the venues, uh, the labels, the management. How many didn't uh, take and roll up their sleeves? How many? We don't know because they don't have a voice anymore.
They
How
have a
many?
voice. That's bullshit. They have a voice. They have tens of millions of thousands of fucking fans. If they would just speak out, they would find venues to perform, and they rolled over like fucking cowards. I have no respect for them because they did. They rolled over. They have the influence and the voice to reach millions because they are, in a sense, rock fucking gods. Whether it be country gods or whatever, that's always been that. They have their fans, but they didn't. They rolled over and let themselves become silent.
And we've seen this time and again.
We seen it with those back when Trump got elected. Those that supported Trump, oh, you're going to be blackballed from fucking Hollywood. You're going to be blackballed from getting any movie deals. But yet we've seen Gianna Carano still making a living for herself after Disney fucked her because of her stance. You know, we've seen things grow up and become stuff to where we're getting different genres of movies being made. Where Nashville's becoming the new Hollywood because of what is that fucking, is it True Stream Media or I can't remember, Shapiro's thing.
Yeah, I think it's Truth Stream.
So I mean, I don't know. It goes back to what I said about the politicians being all guilty. They should be out there fucking to their constituents screaming. They should be screaming in the fucking Congress when they're doing something they know is wrong. Then standing out in front of the public, being in the town criers and addressing it to the public to anybody who will hear. Yes, the mainstream media will not air it, but you know what? Fuck the mainstream media. We have everyday fucking streamers out on the streets, the citizen journalists that would cover it, but they don't. Yeah, they might occasionally go on Tim Pool and talk about these things, but not everybody listens to fucking Tim Pool. Some people can't stand it because they just haven't listened to him. And sometimes, yeah, that's why I've always liked Tim Pool because sometimes I don't agree with the man. A lot of times, back when I first started listening, it was because I didn't agree with him at all. on a lot of things. It was a different perspective that I tuned in to listen to, just to hear the different side of a story. Now, I don't agree with these people that use this as an excuse that, oh, you know what? I'm from the 90s. I'm Generation X. I remember how Lollapalooza got its fucking start. There's still people out there that own fucking land that will do things like that. Here, come on. I've got fucking 100 acres. Come over here and perform. It'll be a private fuck. We'll throw up a private fence. It's private. Just like Woodstock was back in the day. Cops couldn't go in. Private property. There's still venues out there like that to this day. So no, there is no fucking excuse for them being silent. I'm just dropping off the face of the earth. When we've seen over through history the power that fucking music and these artists have had in changing things. No excuse for them to roll over and be fucking cowards. All they're saying to me that you as a fan don't mean anything. All I cared about was the money. If I can't make my money, screw you. Like I said, I have no fucking faith in any celebrity, any musician, because they're just a bunch of paid prostitutes anymore. They're the real fucking whores of the world. But yeah, I do respect people like Upchurch. What's the fucking dude's name with all the fucking tattoos on his face?
Lyman, I think.
No, the white fucking rapper.
Oh, McDonald.
Yeah, they've done their own thing. They've used platforms like YouTube to fucking become superstars. Upchurch, up until recently, because of being stalked and various other things, he's turned every record major label down and became his own man. He is the iconic idea of the American dream. He made the American dream possible by using what's out there. Became a musician when, truthfully, shouldn't have, because of all the record labels and the corporations. Did it without Nashville. Did it without fucking Hollywood. Of all these, and we've seen a lot more of these people do these things and show people that there is still the concept of the American dream. You do not have to have a corporation behind you. Upchurch created his own label. Big and Rich have done the same thing. They've gotten away from the country music labels. They've created their own. They're independent. No one can tell them what they can say and can't do. If a venue don't want them because of their politics or their fucking beliefs, they don't perform there. They go someplace with welcome hands on it. Shit, you're gonna bring our community money. Come on in. And they're not afraid to speak their mind. Why? Because they don't got nobody pulling their strings or telling them, "Well, we'll pull your record deal if you talk about this." That should show you guys that there is a way to break the system. There's a way to take the control back. You just gotta be willing to do it and not be told what you can and can't do. Not listen to people say you can't do that. You have to have a record label. You have to be doing YouTube. You have to have all this expensive ass shit. I'm doing it from my phone right now. Fuck, for the longest I was doing it from shitty ass internet on a cheap ass computer, a laptop. Oh, you got to have all these numbers of people. No, I don't. What good is a bunch of people that's just a number that may tune in once in a while, that won't conversate in the fucking chat room, that won't come on and join me in a live podcast? They're no good. We're not interacting with each other. We're not having that connection. And that's where a lot of these big channels fail. They don't fail, they continue to grow, but they fail. They don't have that dialogue with their community, with their followers, whatever you want to call it. It's a community. I have that interaction here because I don't have that many people. I have that quality over that quantity. And it benefits both of us and all of us because we get to interact. Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's great. It's amazing. Hence why I'm kind of drawn to the spaces on Twitter, because you get that. But you get it in the worst probably possible way because you get all aspects of it, which is good, but it's kind of chaotic, which I love chaos, so don't really bother me. But a lot of people can't deal with that chaos. It's an instant tune out when they start hearing somebody, well, they're talking about this. I agree with the vaccines and all this. Well, why do you agree? Right? Okay, you make good points. Here's why I disagree. It doesn't need to be an argument. But people hear that. Oh, no, it's instantly, we need to attack. Shut up. Listen. Put those fucking claws away. Quit acting like a fucking woman in heat. Sorry. But I'm just saying. Listen. Just because you believe they're wrong, maybe they're not. Maybe they've got autoimmune deficiencies. I mean, I know what COVID did to me. Fuck. I felt it this year. Didn't even realize it and didn't even know how bad it damaged my fucking lungs and immune system. Until I had to fucking take breathing treatments and have my body pumped full of fucking antibiotics that I can't even fucking name and be put on a fucking diet. But tell you what, I needed it. I haven't got sick yet this month. Fucking, I feel like I run a 10K marathon. Not going to because I smoke, but hey, I feel like I can.
We got to start watching time too.
But, I haven't fucking been that great. Didn't realize it. I'm the one that talked about know thyself, know thy body and everything. It wasn't something I knew because, well, fuck, I was overworked, did it to myself. I could have said no a bunch of times, but done it. Worked myself to the fucking grave almost is what I did. Well, this year comes around, I promised myself I ain't going to do that. Well, I'm stuck on mandatory to where I don't have a say because we're short on people. We're backed up on inventory. We can't hire nobody because nobody wants to work. I got doctors telling me, hey, no. In fact, I got the doctor telling me if I show up this month or next month in his fucking office, he's putting me on fucking restricted hours. Which doesn't matter because I can't miss any more days. I can't even be late until I make it a couple months and knock some points off. Then I'm good to go. The problem is anybody knows me, I never miss work. Even when I'm sick, I usually go to work. I haven't been able to do that. Yeah, I'm getting old. I mean, I can chalk it up to old age, I guess. No, that's an excuse. That's how bad COVID was.
Hey, let me restart here. All right, it should be. Yep, we're back.
You know, I never got the vaccine. I had it before anybody really knew what COVID was anyway.
And both of us did.
But I've been around people that's had it since then, didn't catch it. I didn't need no vaccine. But yeah, there was a toll and a price that took. And a lot of it was because of the hours I was working, and my body never had a chance to recover, ever. It comes to a point where, yeah, we got to pace ourselves. We got to know ourselves. And we got to realize, especially me, I'm not that young pup anymore. Body takes longer to heal than it used to. So, yeah, I get what some people are saying, but no, fuck you on that jab. I don't even like going to the doctors. For me to go tells you I'm sick. Basically, it tells you probably I'm almost on my deathbed, honestly.
Y'all, I will tell you from personal experience after what, almost 5 years now of doing pods with you. When he says he's sick and he's going to the doctor, y'all, he's marching to the grave, y'all. Just saying.
Yeah, because up until this point, my last fucking doctor fucking medical emergency was her fucking fractured ankle, which was back in 2000 something, like 2003. Yeah, that's how often I go to the doctors. That's how often I only get sick every couple of years. I mean, the simplest things as a sinus infections went right straight to my lungs. That's how bad it was. Try to explain that to your employer. And she was right. Of course, she wasn't right out. She's like, "You've been here with us for almost 5 years. This is not uncharacteristic. You never miss work like this." And I get it. I missed a substantial amount of work. I do get it. I don't agree with the policy. Don't agree with how they did it and what they did to me over it. In fact, they fucked me. They punished me worse than what the fucking write up was. They actually punished me worse than firing me, honestly, because they just continued to help me put me farther behind. But I get it. I haven't been there, you know. But I'm not going there. It's pointless, honestly. Fact is, I get it. I get everybody's side of the story. But that doesn't mean your side of the story is my truth or what is good for me. I respect yours. I respect your decisions and opinions. Let's leave it at that. That's all it should be. We shouldn't have this fucking national debate over who's right or wrong. Just respect each other's fucking beliefs and leave it at that. But don't push your beliefs on me. If I don't feel good or I think I'm sick and I know, like, I do my shopping because Walmart and shit ain't open on third shift anymore, forced to do my shopping like right after I get off work. So, granted, that's usually when the elderly are in there, and I'm respectful of that. If I'm sick, I just won't go. I'll wait for another day when I'm feeling better. Or if I go, I I will put a fucking mask on out of respect for them because hey, they're older. I get it. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Common sense. Get some. We allow too many things to cause division and divide us when just a mutual respect of each other and respect of other people's boundaries and beliefs is all we need. We should be able to have a group, and I know it works. I've been there. I've been part of these things. I've actually sat at a table with a Christian, a Muslim, a Catholic, a Hindu, and a Satanist. And we had fellowship. We talked about, philosophized about each other's beliefs. No arguments, no debates. We got along. People looked at us, wait, what are they doing? And other people started joining. We all learned from each other. We learned quite a little bit, honestly. If you can sit down at a table like that, you can sit down at a table with anybody. As long as you
And
have
I'll
an open
bet,
mind.
and I'll bet you left that table feeling somewhat inspired by the energy that was shared around that table um, from all, because
Mm-hmm.
there was something that you don't see very often, and there was not just community, but there was actual unity.
No, there was
It,
fellowship. There's a
it,
difference because the good book, as you guys want to call it, where two or three are gathered in my name, and we do know there's many names of God.
yes,
Christian belief there's 72 names of God,
yep,
as they teach it.
yeah,
There was fellowship there. We were all brothers, and yes, we did walk away energized, refreshed. We never argued. Not even when the Satanist talked about his stuff. The others didn't argue, which,
and that's power.
we learned. And we had an understanding that, well, our belief systems aren't that much different. Honestly, it's just changing the name here and there. Pretty much all the same damn story over and over. Let's look at the story of the flood. Well, the Indians have their own version. The Native Americans have their version of it. Many cultures have their version of the flood, of the Great Flood. It's not a Christian thing. But yet Christianity claims it. It's theirs alone. Why are we arguing amongst these trivial things? I mean, that right there, I was already questioning things a long time before that. In fact, I started questioning things around 10, and I was encouraged to. And I was given the freedom to explore. All right, you don't want to be a part of this congregation, this Baptist? Well, of course, later, by the time it really probably mattered or anything, I was already excommunicated for being a bad boy, for having hotel parties, smoking dope, getting high, drinking, being a rebel, being a teenager, being dumb in many ways, but learning, experiencing, exploring. There is not much I haven't experienced and explored, but yet there's so much I haven't. And yes, I will be the first to tell you, yes, I am fucking a jack of all trades and master of none. Which ain't entirely true. I'm a master of a few things, but still master of none. Because there's so much I haven't learned. So much I haven't explored. But if I let the fucking people in charge have their way, I wouldn't be allowed to explore anything or question anything. I wouldn't be allowed to be me because I have an identity. I have a personality. I have everything that they despise, that they want to take from me and say I can't have. They want to create colorful labels of who I am not, but it strikes fear into others because they were taught to fear those things, to hate those things, to despise those things. Fine, I'll be your fucking Huckleberry. I can be everything that you despise and hate. I don't care. Because I can take that. Can you take it? Can you take everything I despise and hate and love and cherish? No. Because 90% of you aren't capable of it because of your programming. And that's sad. That is truly sad. It's sad when I can't have a intellectual conversation on a spiritual level with somebody because they were taught those things are wrong. It's sad when I can't talk about history because the history that they teach today contradicts the history that I was taught. That contradicts the journals of my founding father that he wrote and passed on to his descendants. Because what the elders in the Native American community entrusted and shared with me, their history, is wrong because it didn't happen. Because we didn't write it that way. What do you do? Well, you do what I do. Fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket. I'm just going to keep talking, running my fucking mouth, planting the seeds, and be on my merry little fucking happy way. Enjoying the fact that I'm just having fun while doing it. And my glass is fucking empty. Bree, you talk for a bit.
I just put my bottle away, thank you. So that means I probably am not gonna catch the to start the next stream. Just saying.
All I got left now, so I just drank the last of my Crown Peach. Unfortunately, is in the freezer. I think we all know what I put in the freezer. There's only one thing you can drink frozen cold. That's meant to be drink cold.
Yeah, usually after you get into that, that's where we wrap you up and tuck you away. That's where we tuck you away.
We might as well turn this into the Smoke and Toke show.
That's where we wrap. Before you get into that, we just wrap you up, tuck you away, unplug your mic because otherwise it just goes tits up from there. Just saying, but it's true when. Yeah, I ain't turning my cam on. Fuck you.
I'm just saying, there's only one thing good: fucking frozen and cold.
Yeah, we know how things go when that bottle comes out. It usually goes south and south fast.
What time is it? Yeah, I might not make the Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah. Well, I unfortunately, I'm going to make it. That's why I put my bottle away. And just truth in advertising, I just put my Liberty Creek away. So
I'm not the alcoholic.
Yeah, okay, so what? I'm drinking wine before 5 o'clock. um,
Honestly, some of
BFD.
those bottles are probably a year, 2 years. Oh shit! I didn't know I had that. Oh wait, that's my sister's. That's why I didn't know I had that. I've got a
Um,
fucking almost a full bottle of just regular Crown.
um, well, the
Guess
same
what?
thing
Oh
happens
fuck!
when you get into the to that as what happens to you
Fuck!
when
I
you
wasn't
get
even
into the
drinking when
Jaeger.
I did that. Fucking let the milk out when I made my
Oops,
mashed potatoes.
oops. Um, it's I'll be the first to admit I like a nice red wine. I don't like a dry wine. Um, and I don't hit it real hard. Now a few, five, 6, 8, 10 ounces, maybe 12, and I put the shit away because I don't need to get blasted. Um, and but I do like a nice glass of wine, maybe two, but rarely much more than that. Occasionally a Moscato or something halfway conservative, but not to any excess. Because I do know what history says, at least mine, and it can get very bad very quickly if I don't exercise some common sense. And I don't know why they call it common sense anymore because fuck, it's never found or rarely found. Um, you know, quite frequently we see various in various circles there will be some camaraderie, some unity, some
Fucking thing
fellowship.
muted me again.
That's like the third time it's done that. You realize that, right?
It might be my drunk fingers bumping it.
Um,
But
and
to Hollywood, I am that exception to the rule. Just because I might be drunk and inebriated does not mean I am free with the information.
I'm actually pretty reserved with um when I share information, how I share it, and more importantly, who I share it with.
Well, honestly, when
Um,
I'm drinking, well, what for anybody who doesn't really know, I honestly despise alcohol. It's not my thing, but gotta be an adult, and the state of Ohio hasn't legalized weed yet, and my job has a zero tolerance for it, so
yeah, same here.
gotta be an adult, gotta have a job, gotta be able to pay the bills, wants
Y-
become before need, so therefore
This is one
alcohol
of
is the optional choice, which I don't agree with because I can't go driving after drinking or about 5 drinks and say it's safe and smoke
this
all
is
the fucking weed I want, be fucking more focused and alert
this is
behind the
where
wheel
I
than I am sober. In
this
fact,
is where
oh, you want to hear something funny?
sure.
Back when I was growing up, and I was a partier back then. Back then, I could probably count the days on my fucking one hand that I was sober,
Yeah,
not high.
right.
If I was sober, people wouldn't get in the car with me. They would only get in the car with me if I was drinking or high as fuck. I was always the designated driver, and I usually outdrank everybody. No, I have this little safety mechanism. My defenses are like skyrocketed up when I
Yep.
am drinking, or in fact, I'll actually go from drunk to sober if instantly if a certain defense is triggered. That's just mind over matter. It's a bunch of other stuff, but it, like I said, I'm not your typical. In fact, a lot of the times, I'm not as drunk as you think I am. Although I am feeling the effects today because I haven't drank in a while, and I've only taken like 2 bites of the food I cooked. So I'm drinking on an empty stomach, which goes through you quicker. So I am actually feeling it because I haven't drank probably about a month because I've been on one form of fucking antibiotics or doctors. I can't drink, can't smoke. Don't want you smoking cigarettes, but I can tell you till I'm blue in the face. Well, I'll tell you what, I cut back maybe a half a pack, not even a half pack a day. It's just, it's one of those things. There's so many things we talk about and debate about. Truthfully, smoke and toke show, yeah, we smoke some weed. I mean, anybody knows Rob the man knows that he likes his blunts, and honestly, I've never been a blunt or a joint guy. I prefer my bongs and bowls. But we'd smoke like 2 blunts, and I mean fat blunts, and our joints were about the size of my fucking pinky. So, but I would drink, and oh my god, the look on their faces the first time I did it. First time I poured fucking a glass of fucking Jaeger, and I got read the riot act because I literally just. It was back when you could find the hydration drinks, the Monster hydration, not the water, the
Yeah.
hydration drinks.
Yep.
And I'd put. Anybody knows how I mix my drinks? It's like there's nothing. It's a little bit just to add a little flavor. It's not like you get from a bar or your friends pouring drinks. I'm the last person you want making mixed drinks because they're all alcohol except for
Oh,
a
so
tiny bit.
it's 3%
No, it's more like
base.
1%.
I,
It's
I,
enough to
I, I'll,
add barely a flavor.
I'll keep you away from my shine for mixing my drinks. And fuck.
No, you wouldn't be able to put an ice cube in it. Oh, you could. It wouldn't be. As soon as it hit, it dissolved quick. No, rum and cokes. Yes, I was notorious for making rum and cokes to where you couldn't put ice cubes in it. But needlessly, nobody let me make. But yeah, most people don't let me make mixed drinks anymore. But yeah, the first time fucking we were getting ready to do our token smoke show, and Carlos and his old lady. I'm not gonna mention her name for. I
God, I
don't feel.
remember Carlos.
I don't feel like fucking having the men in black follow me around. How he ended up with her, I do not
Carlos.
know. But
Carlos.
I poured fucking. It was pretty much Jaeger to the top with just a little bit of flavor, and I downed it. Then I poured me some more. Their mouth dropped. They're just staring at me, dude. You realize that's got opium in it. That will kill you. I'm like, what? Huh? I don't know. I'm gonna sip on this, smoke a joint. Fuck it, man, I'm good. Smoke this blunt. Let's go. Let's get this podcast going. They're like, oh man, after the podcast, Rob read me the riot act on that. He's like, dude, that's got opium in it. You can't drink that like you fucking drink everything else. Like, don't bother me. He's like, you can't drink that like you drink your Johnny Walker. No.
You realize I'm laughing my ass off, right?
Moderation, son. Moderation. Have I not taught you anything? I'm like, yeah, you ruined the experience of weed for me. I mean, getting high now is not the same. You're not going to ruin my fucking drinking habit. He's like, it has the same effect, dummy. I'm like, yeah, I know. Even more so when you're drinking something that's got opium in it. I'm like, well, fine, let's get some abstinence. Let's really have some fun.
Oh God, keep that shit away from me. Things go from bad to
Or some real
um
ouzo. Not the shit we buy here in America, because not real.
yeah, let's just put it this way. You give me absence. I'm no longer responsible for anything.
Abstinence is still on my bucket list.
It's not for me. Let's just, it's safe to say anything that could potentially happen, chances are things have um happened. Just keep in mind my background. What happens when you add that to my background? Envision
Oh,
the many ways that could go wrong. Ask Sword Point.
I look at it as the abstinence on a spiritual level. Put it that way.
Oh, it's enlightening.
I'll bet it is.
Let's just say
So is
the
Jaeger when you have enough of it.
the moon will never look quite the same.
Although I did learn my lesson with Jaeger. Actually, it was with the COVID killers because I didn't realize how much I had to drink. My sister did, because my sister actually stopped drinking and was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to drive. I'm like, huh? I haven't had that much. I've only had a couple beers and, well, waitress has taken the glasses, so I don't know how many Jaeger bombs or super COVID killers I've had. Yeah, I had like 10 COVID
Ooh.
killers, but I was mixing the Jaeger bombs into the COVID killers, so oh yeah,
Yeah, you were done. Yeah,
that
you
was
were
not
done.
that was not good. As soon as I stood up, I'm like, hey, you here. No. Yeah, you're right. I'm not driving. And for me to give up the keys, it,
Yeah, you're
that
done.
yeah. I'm like, I'm
You're
like,
done.
I'm gonna regret this, and I did. Oh my god. In fact, I didn't drink another COVID killer or a Jaeger bomb for like 6 months after that.
Yeah, we probably call this a Memorial Day uh, special smoke and toke edition.
Oh, I wish I could do some smoking toke right now.
Yeah,
I'm in so need of fucking of it.
it's sad though that we're in a time and in an era. I mean, I'm also in a state that yeah, medicinal is legal, but according to my job description,
It is not.
it's forbidden.
Nope.
Uh,
Well, I mean, I get it for some things. I mean, I'm a scale operator, so I have to run a forklift. So no, I'm not gonna come into fucking work high or get high at work. Just like I'm not gonna come in fucking get on the forklift hungover. Not gonna happen. Sorry, I've been there, done that once. Not, and I wasn't on a forklift. I was actually all three of us came in fucking hungover.
oh, that's a
Well, the other guys that were there sober, they had a fucking bet on who's gonna get sick first. Oh my fucking god, that was the worst night ever. And it was a fucking Friday night, which was our Saturday. Basically, it was a Saturday night, which Friday night go in. They had called me. We
they're
come in.
helping somebody out
I'm
of a
like,
car.
yeah. And I was, oh my god, that shit sucked. I was actually loading, and I never load. Loading screws. I fucking hate screws. I hate fasteners, period, anymore. And fucking, oh man, no, never again. Nope, won't do it. It's like I'm just like, I'm glad because normally our third shift schedule, working 5 days a week, normal, like normal people work.
Oof.
Sunday tonight would be my Memorial Day. I'd actually have to go in Monday night, so I couldn't drink on Memorial Day. I'm like, fuck yeah, I get to fucking drink this Memorial Day. Get to do my podcast,
Oh,
have fucking
damn.
some fucking liquor, have some fun, make it entertaining, relax, not have to worry about it till being to work till Tuesday, which kind of do have to slow down towards the evening because can't be fucking hungover driving fucking 2 hours to fucking work.
I know one thing, having this the sound notification on Twitter is enough to make you jump out of your chair when it goes off.
Oh no, I don't have that problem.
Maybe I'm just a little too jumpy today.
Of course, I've got everything fucking muted, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm actually surprised that my phone hasn't rang yet.
I don't have to worry about it. Mine's deactivated, so nobody can call me.
Well, mine ain't, but
But people that I do talk to, they know we want to talk. Hey, there's another advantage to the Jitsi app. I can hold conferences over here and talk. Like I said, I mean, we've become so dependent on certain things, and when we have tons of access to everything else, I mean, I can go create a
right.
space. Well, I can't go create a space because I can't keep people out of it. But Messenger. I mean, as bad as we talk about Facebook, yes, we've got access to things that work and don't require a fucking phone. As long as you have an internet connection, your phone works. It allows me to fucking still communicate with people, and people know it. I've told the people that need to know, hey, email me, direct message me on one of these spots. I'll get to it when I see it. Or just like doing this podcast, I can have you get in the background and set things up so I can do it. So if I can't go into the gathering, but truth, I can do it from my phone. It's been a break. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed not having fucking people call me. Well, because the only people that call me is fucking people who want to fucking get paid. Oh, you're behind on this. And Friday. This is the reason why I didn't ended up not doing a podcast Friday night or Saturday night. Because as soon as I got home, I was looking for the landlord anyway, because I needed to at least give him half my fucking this month's rent, which is way late. Because it's all I got. I mean, honestly, giving him $350 and gassing up, that was my fucking check. And I owe him $325 more next week plus next month's rent. Which I already told him I don't know. Well, honestly, I don't know how much my check's going to be next week because it's under the new pay cycle. So either I'm going to give you all of it. Well, then he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, those fucking assholes from fucking Rent-A-Center has been here fucking every day this week." I'm like, "Oh yeah, my phone's deactivated." I'm like, "Yep, I'm sorry." He's like, "Man, we looked at, I tried to look in. I was like, well, maybe he up and bailed on us." I'm like, "Well, I ain't that type of person. I'll give you 30 days. I'll be out before then, but I'll give you 30 days. I'm not that dick." He's like, "Oh yeah, but you got your windows covered so we couldn't see in if you were still there or not." And it's like, well, he's like, "You just got to wait till he gets home. He'll be home Friday probably if he's still here." I was like, I told him, man, it's like 56 fucking bucks to gas up. And it's basically I gas up twice. I would have to gas up twice a day. Otherwise, it'd be just fucking outrageous. I don't dare go nowhere near a half a tank.
Right? That'd be like
That'd be half
just
my
insane.
paycheck right there. Like I said, if I gas up twice on a day, that's $112. I'm like, it's cheaper for me to stay at my parents' house, and fuck, it's really cheaper considering I just got fucking electric bill for next month. For this month, it was like $85. I'm like, fuck, that's the cheapest electric bill I've fucking had since I've been here. Especially after the
And
winter. Fucking almost $1,000 electric bill. And I'm not here. I'm not. I work fucking 10, 11-hour days, 2-hour drive, sleep for 5, and right back out the door. And I turned the fucking furnace off when I left. $800, $900 electric bills. Fucking ridiculous. I mean, I'm in a situation. Like I said, I got behind. I was sick. Going to work. Work one day paycheck does not pay a bill. Doesn't even put gas in the vehicle right now. And then there's a lot of people out there going through the same thing. So I get it, guys. Believe me, it's a struggle. The only thing that saved my ass is back in February, I had stocked everything up. I dumped the grand in food, canned goods and whatnot, frozen meat. That's the only reason I got food today. Because I haven't been able to buy groceries in the last 3 weeks. Because I've been playing catch up. And yes, all that stuff I've gotten into, I have to replace, which is going to cost me twice the amount that it cost me when I bought it with the prices the way they are today. So I get it, everybody. It is not fucking easy out there right now. And anybody that says it is, they're fucking full of shit. I enjoy this little independence and freedom I got, having my own place, my own stuff. But let's keep it real. I mean, we've all known this truth for a very long time. It takes two people making money to pay the bills and pay the rent. And I've been doing it by myself for going on a year. And doing great at it up until I got sick. Yeah, I just don't have a bunch of need time. All the things I like to do that are needs, because that's what they are. Your likes are your needs. They're not wants. Wants come before your needs. Yeah. Hey, barely can afford your wants right now. Like some of your wants you can't even afford. Or your needs. My bad. I've had too much to drink. I'm confusing my needs with my wants. But it's part of life. I can either be fucking depressed and kicking myself up and down and be a grouchy old fucking man about it, or I can just say, fuck it. It is what it is. I've had worse hurdles in my life, and I'll get over it. If it's something I really need, it'll happen. Why? Because it's happened in the past. I've seen it. That is the power of your mind. If you have that mentality, things will take care of itself. then I'm not going to stress over it. I don't have to. It'll happen. And I've seen it, experienced it time and time again. It's all about learning to control your own mind and not letting others control it for you. Did I mute myself again? Nope. This is probably going to be our last hour, though. Especially with the marathon fucking stream tomorrow, and pretty much, well, I've been. But I should have just titled this Ramblings of the Chaotic Mind, to be honest with you. I've been rambling away, and Bree's getting very little in. Of course, you kind of get that when I've been silent for almost a month.
Well, that could actually almost happen ish. I know I'm starting to, of course, so I sort of forgot to eat. So
I've got a fucking
yeah,
plate of food staring me in the face that I've only taken a bite out of, and I've been drinking ever since.
yeah. Well, yeah.
And those fucking ribs, oh my fucking god, they just melted right off the bone.
Yeah. I'm feeling what I had. So
But then again, I also I don't know. I started the marinade at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then turned the slow cooker on at 4. Then I added the Crown Royal XO, which is like a cognac, into it about 7:30, and let it cook for another hour. Oh my god, that shit tastes so fucking good. Then I fucking cut up those little potato spuds,
ooh,
added some fucking bell peppers, onions, unfried them in the broiler
ooh,
with some mashed potatoes and some fucking mixed vegetables. Man, that
yum
shit
yum
tastes
yum.
so fucking good. And the way I did the fucking sauce for the marinade, I kind of added some gravy mix and turned it into like a gravy with some barbecue sauce, and used that to put over my mashed potatoes. Oh my god, it tastes so fucking amazing. I outdid myself.
You do
There's
every weekend.
there's not here of lately. Here of lately, it's been pizza, frozen lasagna, ramen noodles. There's been a couple weeks of ramen noodles and canned chicken.
Oh yeah, price of canned chicken.
Oh my god,
Fuck.
no! For a 4-pack, it's now like $10.
Yep, that's what it is here. Thank God I bought like
I bought like
cases of the shit.
I bought like 2 cases of it. So it, I've only gotten into a few cans, and I've actually kind of did it like an Oriental style.
Yep.
I cooked it. I dumped 2 cans in my skillet.
Make a
Added
sauce pecan.
added some fucking Worcester sauce, soy sauce, some of that orange,
Ooh.
then sauteed it. Mixed the some bell peppers and stuff to it, onions. Added a little water to it. Then threw in some ramen noodles and some rice. Well, first I did it with Spanish rice. The Spanish rice was, oh my god, it was banging. Then I just regular white rice, and it was still good. And I tell you what, that was like a meal for 2 days, and that shit was good for just throwing just a bunch of crap together. Because I mean, it tasted really good. Of course, I'm gotten real good at cooking with spices and stuff. So everything I cook with, there's a bunch of spices that gets added. It's not measured out; it's just eyed out. And I don't know how it comes out. It tastes fucking amazing. Of course, I used to be a sous chef, so I know how to cook. It's one of my cooking's my meditation, honestly. I love to cook. I don't like it as a profession. It sucks. It's more stressful than working at a factory. But
Yeah, but
there's days where I miss cooking.
let's be real though. A real good um, chef.
Oh.
How many skinny chefs that are any good have you seen?
Hey, I'm not fat. It's called man bod. Or what is it called? Dad bod. It's a dad bod.
You just got a little. You had to eat a few of your mistakes.
Right. No, that gut down there that's not even from food. That's from beer, which I don't drink. So
That's just extra fluff.
yeah, it's padding for the winter.
Right. Well, would that be next winter or the winter after?
I'm preparing for the next winter. You got to start early.
This conversation went off the rails.
Actually, no. I've actually the doctor was one of the things he fucking worried about me because like in a week, because I was in there like the following week sick again, and I had lost in a week 10 pounds. I'm like, fuck yeah. That's a good thing, right? No. What do you mean no? I lost 10 pounds. That's healthy. They're like, no, you shouldn't have lost 10 pounds in less than a week.
No, you shouldn't have.
I'm like, but that's a good thing, right? Obesity's bad. I mean, I had fucking nurses cracking up, but I was being serious. Fuck yeah, I lost 10 pounds. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious in a way. I the end of last year and this year, all through this year, I spent a phenomenal amount of time in and out of the doctor's office. And anybody that actually knows me knows that I don't like doctor's offices at all. And I just turned 50, y'all. A couple of weeks back.
Old.
Fuck you. Emphatically. Fuck you.
You won't like that. I'm too rough.
Oh, is that a threat or a promise?
I'm going to say this to heart.
and anybody that's known me for a long period of time knows that I have been struggling the last 3-4 years really hard to get back down to somewhere near my post-college weight. And one of the nurses in there,
Yep, by touching that was a 10-foot pole.
What?
Nothing.
Why not? Common sense or fear?
Common sense.
and the one nurse, she's like 31, 32, right close to that. And she was like, just out of curiosity, what was your college graduation weight? And I said, between 135, 140, give or take a few. And she's like, what? And she's like, how tall are you? And I told her, and she goes, good God. And, not that I really care, 135, 140 at 5'7", that's a very, very good lightweight, still able to do a fair amount and kick a lot of ass if needed. Um, especially with the skills that uh, I have. And when I was at the doctor's office this week, I clocked in at under 155, and I was like, hell yeah! And she's like, why are you so ecstatic? I said, I haven't been below 160 in a decade. And she's like, and you really shouldn't be. She's like, for your height and your age, you should be in that 150 to 165 range. And I'm like, yeah, well, for me, I don't feel right. Health wise, I tend to get a lot sicker the heavier I am. And she's like, what do you mean? I says, statistically, I tend to catch more bugs the heavier I get. And she's like, what do you mean? I says, well, number one, I'm not able to run from them nearly as quick. But I tend to be a lot more immunosuppressed the heavier I am. I says, and now you factor in age, this becomes an issue. And then she's like, well, how many times have you been sick in the last 3 years? I said, I fought COVID 3 times and double bronchial pneumonia, bronchitis once. I says, as a byproduct of COVID.
Right. I mean, look at me. Never had pneumonia in my life. Got
Right?
pneumonia. Never had. I'll rephrase. I've had a sinus infection once, and it was when I was in North Carolina, up in the mountains. It was because I wasn't used to the fucking inch of pollen that was on your fucking car when you got up in the morning. And honestly, I didn't know what I had because I've never experienced sinus infection before. And I was sick as fuck, which Rob's old lady didn't help matters because she gave me a Sudafed at work. Here, take this, it'll help you. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, do not mix Sudafed with smoking weed. Does not work.
I never tried it.
No, not a good thing. Then don't go across the street to elevations and go drinking.
I've tried that.
No. The three don't mix. Nope. I was fucked up, feeling fucked up, didn't know why, couldn't explain it. I'm like, then Rob's like, what'd you take? I'm like, Jen gave me a pill. I had a couple drinks at elevations. He's like, yeah, you had a couple overflowing glasses of Jaeger, because I know the waitress that serves you. She always brings you, before you even sit down, a straight glass of Jaeger that's to the rim. That how she walks out without spilling it is amazing, which it was. It was very amazing how she didn't spill a drop, because I couldn't even bring it to my lips without spilling some. Well, I mean, we tipped our waitresses good. I mean, those waitresses, by the time we left, probably walked out with $300, $400 in tips, which was well more than what we drank and ate. But I've always done that. I've always tipped my waitresses and waiters good, because they got a crappy job. They got to deal with crappy people. And they don't get paid shit. And I've learned, if you're a regular establishment and you get the same waitress and waitress over, you get the best service ever. So quit being fucking stingy, people. Tip your fucking waiters and waitresses good. And go back a couple times, and you'll be well rewarded for it. Even fucking once I got known at fucking the spot me and my sister go to at what's the name of the place? I can't remember.
Well, let's see if you can remember this. Where can people find you? Because we are down to about 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, see, can you find I'm everywhere.
Before I forget, you can find me FSPN. Well, I used to have a Facebook page under that, but yeah, that got nuked. Oops.
My bad.
Shit happens.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, shit happens.
Which is funny. I didn't get mine nuked.
Yeah, you posted the same fucking shit too. That's what. I'll never forget figure that one out. But anywho,
I hear you. You know, you forgive and forget. I get it. You non-forgiving piece of shit.
I forgive, but I generally I just forget.
Oh, I'll forget, but I never forget. That's my fucking curse. I've got a fucking memory out of this fucking world.
Yeah, you got a memory like an elephant.
Ask my exes. That's the one thing they hated about me was my memory.
Probably the easiest place to find me is Twitter and the Mines. I always forget to plug the Mines on FSPN, Free Spirit Prepping and News on Yahoo, or not Yahoo, YouTube, Blonde Moment, and I also have a FSPN backup channel. Huh?
Blonde jokes are in?
Well, when are they not?
Yeah, I forget. You know, everybody has their airhead moments.
Yeah, well, I was a blonde in the 90s, in the 80s.
Believe it or not, I was actually a natural blonde.
My hair actually.
Actually, all of us, my brother and sister, all of us were. I lost my blonde hair at the age of 10. My brother still has sandy blonde hair. My sister lost
mine
hers
at 6.
like 16.
I lost mine between in summer of my 5th and 6th year. I lost mine, and I went to a mousy fucking brown. Now it's starting to turn gray. I will be visiting the salon soon to rectify this problem.
No, gray hair is a sign of wisdom and old age. It's a sign of wisdom, not old age. Fuck, I welcome the grays. That means I'm getting wiser in my years.
But you know, in all seriousness,
I don't give a damn about my looks anyway. I'm ugly, I know it.
In the last 4 hours, 4.5 hours, I don't know how long we've been on now. I hope that y'all have learned something. We've made you stop and think about something. And for the love of God, please tip your personal service workers. Now that does not mean.
Fuck, I don't give a care. What can I? That means I can go tip my masseuse that gave me a neuro massage the other day. Oh wait, I did give her a tip, a happy ending. My bad.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey guys, I don't give a fuck if you learned anything, took anything from this. I hope you had some good laughs because that's what's needed, honestly. A good time, good celebration, good laughs. That's what it's about. I mean, yes, the other stuff's important, but in this day and age, things are going the way they are. We need a good laugh. You need me drunk as fuck to get there, but hey, and I'm not even drunk as fuck yet, so I'm just getting started. So if I happen to pop in here on my own, I might just call it the Smoke and Toke show, but it's going to be the fucking drinking show because I can't smoke and toke, but I can sure as hell drink, and I'm having fun. Don't mind me if I jump in some spaces tonight and just wall out.
Now that'll be hilarious.
It won't happen.
But y'all take care. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Try not to lose sight of what this weekend is all about, folks. In all seriousness.
And yes, I actually do have to plug something. Tomorrow, around 10:30, 11 o'clock, tune in for our Memorial Day marathon. I try to do it every year. I will go from early in the morning till I can't do it no more, which is usually around 8, 9 o'clock because I've had so much to drink or and I just can't function anymore. And I got to say, enough's enough. But anybody wants to tune in, DM me. You know where I'm at. I'm everywhere. So I'm not drunk enough to tell you where all I'm at because some of you guys might run away scared. But you guys know me. You know where I'm at. You want to take part? It's open to all of you. There will be call-ins. I'm doing, like I said earlier. Well, I think I stated this in the beginning. I'm doing call-ins a little bit different this year. Ask for the phone number or ask for the link to the thing, and I'll give it to you. I'm not posting it. Sorry, I'm not dealing that bullshit again this year where I have to go back and edit shit. I hate editing shit. It's live. It's raw. It's undone. I'm just not going to make that mistake again this year.
Yep. And if you're an asshat on the broadcast, you will be removed.
Maybe. I enjoyed